Hello guys, welcome to our university YouTube channel. So today we have a master student at Karadeniz Technical University. So please can you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Deng Shuzhen, but you can also call me Fatma. I'm currently a master student in Karadeniz Technical University in Trabzon, Turkey, studying civil engineering.
Welcome Fatma.
My name is Alal Fallah. I'm from Libya, a graduate of class 2022 from the Department of Architecture and Urban Planning. I'm currently doing a master's degree in Karadeniz Technical University at Department of Urban and Regional Planning.
So welcome Ala.
Thank you.
So you are actually a master student in planning and design.
Yes.
Okay. Why did you choose civil engineering?
Okay, to be honest, when I was young, I am born and raised in civil engineering society community. All my uncles, my grandfather, they are engineers. So I thought engineering, civil engineering is kind of something interesting and I can do it. That's why I choose that field.
So how has your transition been from undergraduate to master? Considering the fact that you are an international student, Turkish is not your first language. So how has it been for you?
Okay, let me explain to you here a little bit. After I graduated from my country, Myanmar, and then I work as the freelancer in the structural analysis. This is the field I'm really interested. And then later, I work as the full-time job in the site engineer to understand more about the construction. And then at the time, I'm started interested in the management, construction management and project management. In undergraduate, I learned everything about the theoretical and the engineering, but now I'm doing management. It was so difficult for me because everything becomes so new, and then and also as a student when I was studying, going to the class, I didn't understand Turkish at all. In the classroom, I'm just smiling shy girl who doesn't want to speak, but I don't understand anything. But the professor, they're really good. They want to help me, but the problem is I don't have any knowledge, and then even they explain to me, I don't understand. That's the point. So at the time, I found out at the graduate level, self-study and the independent study helps you a lot. When you do your own research, you gain more knowledge, and then later you go and discuss with your supervisor and professor. When they give you more information, at the time you can gain more knowledge and something. That's my opinion.
Okay, thank you very much, Fatma, for the detailed explanation about your journey as a student. So, can you tell us your transition from your undergraduate studies in Libya to Turkey? How has it been so far?
So basically, before the transition from one country to another, I feel the transition from one language to another was the most difficult thing about moving to abroad.
Yeah.
The lifestyle of transitioning from high school to bachelor degree was quite difficult, and I've noticed this even with my friends who are living it right now. I feel like the lifestyle of a master degree is quite easier than the life of bachelor degree because you are responsible of your own self. And the subjects that you are studying is less than the ones in bachelor degree. So I feel more comfortable in them.
Okay, thank you, Ala, for this response.
Thank you.
So, while learning the Turkish language, that's your medium of instruction, I think.
Yeah.
So Ala, can you tell us about your transition, learning the new language? How has it been to completely change the language of studies? So
Yes.
can you tell us what are the tips and how did you figure it out?
So actually, until now, I haven't figured it out. I'm still struggling with the Turkish language, but once you know the basics of how to speak in Turkish, everything becomes easier in Turkish. In my department, I was lucky that most of the teachers are English speakers. Even though the subjects that I've taken they were in Turkish, but their communication was easier. I think this one falls to all master degrees, but for the bachelor students, they have so many difficulties because they are reading, writing, and speaking in Turkish. So I feel like I'm more comfortable in this zone.
Okay, thank you. So now, as a master student, are you involved in any internship or research project? And can you tell us more about
Okay. I didn't do the internship here yet, but I am planning to do it with the Erasmus program. But I am actively in the research. My research is like about for the management. I'm doing time, cost, risk, trade-off. It's like the kind of really important in our construction management. And then like my research has been published in the 2 articles. And then so like even my thesis is working on that. So I'm currently working on that with the MATLAB.
Congratulations. And
Thank
keep
you
up
so
with your
much.
thesis.
In terms of the research, I'm trying right now to write an article, not a research, write an article in concerns of urban morphology related to my city. My town or city center of my city was destructed during a war in 2014, and this is the main reason that I came here to study my master's. During this war, the city center and many facilities were destroyed.
Yeah.
One of them is my university. So the research that I'm intending to do is to study the morphological change in the urban city in terms before the war happens and during the war and in terms of the proposed designs that the monopolicity has given to us, the people, to agree on. So this is in terms of the research that I'm trying to go on right now. What was the other question?
So, like your future plans
For my future
after your
plans,
masters, what do you
yes.
intend to do?
Actually, I'm not putting any limitation for myself. Once this semester finishes, I'm doing my second semester now. So next semester, I will start on my thesis.
Yeah.
So I still have 1 year. In the end of the semester, I will decide if I want to continue with my doctorate or I want to find another thing. But most probably, I want to have more experience in life.
Yeah.
I think it's enough for me to be in the research field. So I will try to find a work. I don't know if it's gonna be in Turkey or it's gonna be abroad or it's gonna be in my hometown. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so like now my plan is like now I finished my master degree and then I want to gain in the kind of work experience in the project management field. So I'm also interested to go to another new country to get my experience better. So I'm thinking about that. For the Turkey, I'm not sure if I found a good experience, I will accept it. And then also for the PhD, I'm thinking, but not really sure yet because now my first intent is I want to gain the experience. So that's my plan.
Okay, Fatma, good luck with your future endeavors and thank you very much for joining us today. So, Fatma, do you have any advice for an international student or an aspiring student to civil engineering? Yeah, so do you have any advice you can give?
To be honest, from my mistake, learning in the new different country is really interesting, but also it's challenging. So when you come in, you must be adaptable. That is the most important thing. That you cannot go this is how I live, not like this, because it will help you. But after that, when you start doing by yourself, and then you will find a way. You must be self-disciplined and must be good at time management. This is I found out after 2 years. So don't waste time like me. So that's all. I wish all of students good luck.
Thank you, Fatma. Say to be self-disciplined and do a lot of self-studies. It's very important for international students. If you had the opportunity to redesign a city, a town, or a particular place, which city will it be, or which place will it be, and how will you do it?
It is a very difficult question because there's no perfect cities. We still many cities have positivities and others have negativities. Sometimes you assume something about the city and they made you think that this is the perfect city to live in and so on. Once you go there, you feel it's not suitable for your own lifestyle. So no matter how much I say about things, it's gonna be fitting to some people's lifestyles, not to others, and some might find it good and some might not find it good. So this is quite a difficult. So for example, here in Trabzon, they would say, like, for me, it was the transportation was very difficult to go from one city to another, and the others will say, like, no, it doesn't have activities, so I have to redesign the place and so on.
So do you have an advice for an aspiring student to your department? What can you advise him? What are the challenges you wouldn't want him to face or like to fall into the traps? So what are the advice you can give to
Advice for what?
an aspiring student who wants to study in your department?
In my department or in my
whether
university?
Yeah, department general.
Let's say my department, usually I studied architecture and urban planning, but in city planning, not urban planning.
Yeah.
Which is a smaller scale than the ones here. Here they are studying more. They're more focused on the regional planning. So I think that my field is has more potential to learn more from it, and has more connectivity to other departments. So don't stick to one field. For example, most people, I was more focused on architecture. They were suggesting that I do my master in architecture, and I find learning more in another field in this time is better than focusing and be specialized in one thing. I think I still have time to specialize and decide if I want to urban planning, regional planning, architecture, or landscaping, and so on. So don't be afraid of trying new fields, and that's it.
Yeah, so Allah tells us not to be afraid to try new fields, and so Allah, thank you very much for accepting our offer. So hello guys, and see you for our next video.
Bye.